tend to think that this is, in a long coaching career, this was like really, really, really biggest ever moment. But, you know, I think back to, when I was getting ready to coach the Manchester Giants versus the Birmingham Bullets back in 2000, it meant a lot to me in that moment. I can't imagine it meaning any more. And I've had a lot of those times in my career, and it feels similar.
Hey, Coach Ryan McNeil, some culture. There's some keys defensively you guys completely locked in and just there, 30 games. And even that magical button that these guys locked in consistently yet.
Well, I don't know. I just think, again, I keep saying this is a very talented team we're playing, right, with a tremendous amount of offensive firepower. You know, especially in their starting unit. And we talked about that coming into the series, that any one of them can get you for 30, and there's not a lot of teams that have that, right? So we've done some good nights, right, of great defense and really bothered them, and there were some nights we weren't very good. And I think we understand that a lot of that, you know, a lot of that stuff comes to effort, right? It comes to focus, matchups, desire. I guess that's the same as effort, and then it gets to the schemes, right? And the schemes got to be good too, right? All those things got to be good.
Is there a moment this season that makes you think this team is prepared for this moment? Was there a game or a turning point in any of the games? You know, considering they've only been together for about 21 games, you know, your core unit. Have you seen that yet?
To sort of anoint a game to your question, I can't. What I can talk about is multiple small examples that have accumulated over, you know, these playoff games, you know, late home games against the Celtics, on the road against Milwaukee, big game type stuff, that there is an accumulation of small events that equal a confidence, I feel, that we are trending in a direction that I think has a chance to be really special. And I believe we're going to see that tonight.
Before the playoff opener, you told us about the veterans in your locker room and how you invited some of them, or one of them at that point, to speak to the team and share their playoff experience. Headed into this game, have you or will you invite any veteran on your team to be the guy that shares experience?
I did it yesterday, and we had Amir speak to the group. He shared his experience, ironically, when he was here in Toronto. JJ has been a part of, I think, 5 or 6. And I asked them to share a little bit, like the question that was asked of me a few minutes ago, you know, Game 7 memories, like what do you learn, what do you remember? And it's one thing to listen to a head coach, and it's another thing to listen to a peer, a teammate. And both JJ and Amir spoke, unsolicited as it turned out. It segued perfectly into the tape that we watched as a team. And those two guys, I thought, helped our young players with the message and experience that they shared with the team yesterday.
Sing it loud, Toronto, and sing it proud. Oh, Canada.
shot off, and you released it high. I assume get the ball over Embiid, but maybe or to maybe give it a softer bounce on the rim. I don't know. Can you just take us through your thinking on that final play?
We ran a similar play during the Magic series, and I ended up just shooting the ball, and it's probably about like 3 seconds. So I just remember that moment and knowing that I had time to at least fake or take a dribble. So, he drove the play again tonight, and it was 4 seconds left, and I believe that, like I said, remembering that moment, I knew I had some time to try to get some space rather than just catch and shoot the ball. But I ended up catching it, just trying to get to a space so I get the shot off. Like you said, Embiid was guarding me. He's taller, longer than me, so end up finding a spot that I like, that I work on. I ended up getting to a spot, and I just knew I had to shoot it high. A couple possessions before that, I had the same kind of shot from 3, ended up coming short, and I just thought I had to put it up even higher than that, and ended up getting a soft touch and going in.
Down front to your left.
Kawhi, Mike Bond from the USA Today. 439 field goal attempts tonight. Can you just talk about your mentality coming in here and just putting up that many shots?
I knew it was Game 7, and I didn't want to leave no shots in my mind. I just wanted to go out and leave it all on the floor. This could have been my last game for the season, and I would have had to wait 4 months to put another shot up in the game. So I was gonna leave it all out on the floor tonight and not worry about mix or missing, and still just try to will this to a win or just get to my spots.
Go to Dave, who's standing up to your right.
Kawhi, David Brennan, ESPN. After the way things ended for you last season in San Antonio, how satisfying has this postseason run been playing for the Raptors?
It's been great, but after the regular season was over, I was pretty much proud of myself and what I had accomplished throughout the regular season. And obviously, going into the playoffs, everybody's ready to play. This team is, hungry to reach a goal that we've been striving for all year. And, just being able to, what I went through last year with the injury, and, just believing in myself and knowing what I'm feeling, just taking my time, and, I was able to, get healthy and, feel right. And he was feeling good, and, I was able to play at the start of the season.
Can you take us through your view of the last play and what it meant on this night, for this game, for this franchise, for that ball to bounce 4 times and then drop?
My view is standing in the corner. I didn't have a really good angle on it. Why getting to his spot on the right-hand side, and it was like he was getting to a spot, and he got to a spot, and he shot it high enough where he gave himself a chance, and bounced in, and it means a lot. Just for us, it means another step to our big goal. But we got a team that was the #1 NBA team during regular season. Coming. We know we got a tough task at hand, but we're preparing for it. We have to prepare for it and get ready to go.
Ian to your right.
What will you remember about the moments immediately after that shot drop, the celebration of the court?
It was cool, man. It was cool. It was all the fans, the team, everybody around. It was crazy. It was a good, emotional moment for everybody to be there, and just kind of like a sigh of relief and enjoyment, and it was great. It was one of the moments where it's like a real life game winner, Game 7. They counted down, we back home, and everyone was celebrating like that. It was a pretty awesome moment.
Rachel.
Rachel Brady from the Globe and Mail. Kyle, what happened to your thumb, and how worried were you that you wouldn't be able to come back? Did you know right away you'd be right back on the floor?
I fell and popped out and popped it back in, and it kind of was loose, but I was just trying to figure out how to pass the ball. I couldn't really pass the ball, grip the ball, but that doesn't matter. Fine, I played, we won the game. We'll get some rest and try to heal it up as fast as possible.
Go to John here, on your right.
Kyle, you guys lost the lead in the second quarter, you lost the lead in the third quarter, you lost the lead in the fourth. At any point did it feel like you were in a pretty desperate situation, and especially like that third quarter where they took the lead, then you got those 2 offensive rebounds and then that steal? Were you feeling like we're in a desperate situation?
We felt like we were in a desperate situation from the tip and from the game jump ball, and we felt we didn't play well offensively. We played really good defensively. We got back in transition. We gave up a lot of leads, and we did a lot of things that we usually don't do. I mean, we only won 1 quarter. Yeah, we won 1 quarter. I mean, we did a lot of things that we could have done a lot better, but found a way to win the game. That's all that matters.
Anyone else? Ian, right, then we'll take the last couple of questions.
Kyle, you guys know what you're getting in Milwaukee, but what jumps out at you from what you've seen from them in the postseason so far?
They've been pretty dominant. Giannis is playing the way he's playing. I think one of the keys is Eric Bledsoe. He's been playing unbelievable. Pat Connaughton been playing well. They get Brogdon back and Middleton. They got a lot of weapons, and they're pretty deep. But they shoot the ball. They shoot the ball as well as anybody in the NBA. And then they got the one-man fast break and Giannis, and they got a point guard who's really good and physical. They got George Hill coming off the bench, playing well. I mean, they got a lot of weapons, but we got to prepare and look at every situation that we have to take advantage of and prepare every game and just go out there and do our job.
With the ball bouncing off the rim and then seeing it go down.
He hit a tough one. You tip your hat to that. He's an incredible player. We know it. Y'all know it. Ain't too much more to say about it.
Joel, back here. Joseph Michelle, the score. I know you were emotional after the game, and it looked like Mark had some words of encouragement for you. I don't know if you want to share what those words were, but just how important was that for you to have a veteran big man on your side?
Mark has a lot of class. Obviously, I have a lot of respect for him, and I won't share anything, but he was just talking to me, making sure to let me know that I'll be right there at this. I'll be right there at this moment and further in my career. Yes, I have a lot of respect for him, and he's a great guy.
You're wrong, to your right. You were showing a lot of emotion there. Showing a lot of emotion there. Are you able to take us through what you were thinking, what was going through your mind at that moment after the game?
I don't know. Game 7, losing the game that way. Last shot. After a hard-fought game, I feel like we had a chance. A lot of things go through your mind, and it sucks. I don't know. I can't explain it. It just sucks.
Joel, I'm just back here. Can you tell me, are there any lessons that you can take away from this series? Is there anything that you can move forward? You're a young player. I'm sure people think you'll be back here many times. What are some of the lessons you can take away from this series?
I don't know. I can't think of it. No, we fought hard. Everybody gave everything they had. We could have made some more shots, but it's basketball. Sometimes it's gonna fall, sometimes not. I felt like, everybody left everything on the court. From the coaches to the players to the guys in the locker room. I feel like everybody had us prepared and we gave everything.
For both of you guys, David Ben and ESPN, how formidable of an opponent was Kawhi Leonard in particular, and what was it like game planning for him as this thing went out, and what level, or how could you describe, I guess, your respect for the shot and what he did this series?
Great player, obviously. He did his thing. Gotta give him credit. He made some tough shots the whole series. They leaned on him heavily, don't know. But he's a great player.
Jimmy Southampton with the New York Times. Whatever here. You are a free agent. You have a big decision coming up. Can you assess your time in Philadelphia and reflect on what your half season or however long it was like here?
I'm not worried about none of that right now. Just got to lose it. I don't want to talk about nothing outside of basketball.
Jimmy, I just straight ahead. After you made the layup, what were emotions about maybe extending this game, going to overtime, and then was anything said in the locker room? Did you guys try to maybe give guys that maybe kind of let the emotions flow, or what was the mood like in the locker room?
I say the same thing, and that's just to keep your head high. We had a hell of a season. We had a hell of a season. It's tough. Nobody likes to lose. Not that way. They did their job. They played a great game of basketball. They executed. I feel like we did as well. We just came up short in the end. That's all you can say about it. But I think all year long, we did a good job of sticking together through the good and through the bad. It was definitely a fun run.
Before the game, talked about defense and locking it in. The last 3.5 minutes, J.J. Redick had an one opportunity. One of the real goal made by Philly was that Butler bucket in the last 4 or 5 seconds.
It's a big one.
Yeah, but the defense, what impressed you with the defense over the last 4 minutes?
Well, we just were doing it all right. We were pressuring the ball. We were corralling the right guys for a split second with 2. We were either rotating or hustling back to our own. So it wasn't, just because we put 2 on the ball didn't mean something was automatically open. And then we rebounded it after we contest. But, those possessions defensively were awesome. They had, again, a lot where they didn't even get a look at the basket.
What's it been like for you to coach Kawhi Leonard this first year, and what have you seen from him as the stakes have gotten higher and higher in the playoffs?
Well, first of all, what it's been like to coach him, he's, I'm sure I have along the line had a more attentive player, probably one of my walk-ons on one of the college teams I coached that was paying attention. But it's amazing to me that he's, whether we're in the huddle or in the locker room or in the film room, he's always locked in on what the coaching staff is saying. And I think that is a interesting thing about him, right? He's very coachable. He's focused and pays attention. So I think that's a pretty big statement to say that. But then again, when you get to his play here in the playoffs, it's been at an elite level, right? Determined level. And tonight I thought he was awesome at both ends. And that's again, I think, his uniqueness. Not only can he get you 30, right, and then anywhere upwards from that, but there's moments when he can just decide you're not scoring either, or I'm going to take it from you, or something like that. And I think that's a pretty amazing thing.
That it's going to be a life memory, that as painful as it feels now, it'll help. It'll help shape his career. It'll help give him greater clarity of what this time of the year represents. All the stuff that has to accrue over many months that will equal the ability to one day be a champion. It's hard. It's hard to be the last man standing. And to see him have the emotion that he has, and he's one of many in that locker room. It is painful for all of us, but to your question with Joel, he'll look in the rearview mirror and remember this. He will come out better and smarter and stronger and more aware of really what it takes to play longer than we've been able to play.
Last one, okay, Coach Ryan McNeil, as a filter. After JJ had an and one with 3.5 minutes left, he only had one made from Jimmy Butler.
Say that, what was JJ?
After JJ had an and one with 3.5 minutes left, you had one made field goal by Jimmy Butler with 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What did you see from Toronto's defense those last 4 or so minutes?
Tenacious, tough, switching 1 through 5 was a switch group. You know, we had a hard time turning the corner. I thought we passed up a few shots that we could have shot, and the clock evaporated. I thought we tried to, you know, maybe get a little bit too greedy, but I do give Toronto credit, and it was either 2 or 3 possessions that I mentioned a moment ago that I look forward to seeing again. But I give Toronto credit for a tenacious switching defense. We had a hard time turning the corner once they did switch.